Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs. And, that's what we're doing all the time. We're talking to entrepreneurs and leaders of organizations. We want to know how people are adapting to this economy and changing. And we're hoping our next guest has some hot stories for us as well. I'd like to introduce you to Ravish Majithia. Is that right? Is that close enough?
That is close enough, Jeffrey.
I apologize. Founder and CEO of Magnomer. So,
Yeah.
Ravish, what is Magnomer?
So thanks for having me, Jeffrey. We are a advanced materials startup looking to redesign our plastic packaging that we know and use every day so that it becomes more recyclable and more environmentally friendly.
Wow. Well, how do you do that?
So what most people don't realize is when you throw a certain item in your recycle bin, it actually goes through a series of processes before it gets recycled and converted back to plastic pellets again that can be used. And a critical part of that process is sorting, um, and which is very complicated. It's technologically very complex, involves a fair amount of labor, and is not very efficient as it stands right now. So we at Magnomer are looking at the problem of recycling, specifically sorting of different materials in packaging, and asking ourselves what can we do to the design of the package itself so it can be sorted more efficiently. And what we do at Magnomer is actually we have a specifically a novel magnetic ink that can be printed on packaging. This could be it's very similar to any red, green, blue color that gets printed on any package or any label, if you will, except it gives it magnetic properties, which allows these recyclers to just use standard magnets to pull up these packaging items, sort them more efficiently, and therefore recycle them more efficiently.
So are you doing it or are you selling the technology to others?
So we manufactured these inks ourselves. We are in effect an ink supplier, if you will.
Okay.
We manufacture these inks ourselves and serve our customers, which are consumer brands and packaging manufacturers.
Interesting. And what came over you that got you to start this business? What's the process?
That's a good question. So we are a team of material scientists and polymer experts. I myself come from a material science background. My co-founder is a polymer expert, and another one is an ink chemist. And we were just we are just still today conscious customers, conscious consumers, if you will, asking ourselves, what can we do to make this system of packaging and recycling more efficient. It occurred to us that no one's really looking at recycling and asking what can we do to the package. Everyone is talking about consumers being more involved, and all of that is required, make no mistake. But our packaging is just inherently requires a step up, a level up, so that it has a shot at being recycled better. And that really was the onus that or the reason why we started Magnomer, and came about with this concept of magnetic inks.
Interesting. And how long ago was that?
So we have been in the R&D phase since 2017. We recently started. We formed our company very recently in 2020. So the technology has been in prototyping mode for about 2.5 years, and we are now working with major clients, bringing this out in the market.
So I assumed you had to finance this. Did you finance it yourself or did you get friends and family or investors?
A little bit of everything. Initially, for the first year or so, we financed it ourselves. We were fortunate to win some prize money from Babson College, which is where I got my MBA. We also were winners in Mass Challenge in 2018, which was very helpful, both from a building relationship with customers and also with initial financing. And recently, we took on some angel investors in the form of TBD angels and others, who has helped us, move this technology forward.
Interesting. And do you have positive revenue today, or are you still needing to be funded?
No, we have revenue from our customers right now. So we are working with one of our areas that we have really focused on is the issue of label contamination in PET bottle recycling. Um, Various categories of labels are very problematic when it comes to bottle recycling. Most people don't realize only 1 in 5 bottles, even after they are collected, actually get recycled back to bottle grade plastic. So we are very focused on the problem of label contamination. And through that, we are working with major label manufacturers like Fuji Seal and Fortune 100 consumer brands piloting right now. And those pilots are generating revenue for us.
And how are you? What's your sales model?
So we are an ink supplier, right? Ours is a novel magnetic ink that can go on, in this case, labels, but in most cases, all kinds of packaging. Our sales model is basically working with consumer brands and packaging manufacturers, sell them this particular ink, help them integrate the ink onto their package as it stands right now, and basically get revenue in exchange.
Not bad. So what's next?
We are a growing team. Definitely very focused on trying to execute the pilots we have at hand right now. We have a major milestone coming up where our technology is likely to be recognized by a trade organization, the Association of Plastic Recyclers. So we are working very hard to execute that. That comes up in fall, and with that. Recognition behind our back, we are looking to launch our first product, which is inks for shrink labels in the market in late 2020.
Oh, very interesting. So you're really getting ready to gear up.
Yep.
If someone wanted to follow the company, Ravish, how would they find it?
So we can be found on social media, LinkedIn, Twitter. We do frequent updates about ourselves. There's also a newsletter someone can join on our website, magnomer.com, or just write to us at info@magnomer.com.
Well, that sounds very exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Nate.
And we hope that you come back again as you progress through the year. Would you do that?
Absolutely, would love to.
Want to hear more. So Ravish, and if anybody wants to check out the company, quite interesting. You can also follow Radio Entrepreneurs, for those who don't know, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Stitcher. That's a lot. That's a long list as far as I'm concerned. Wow. So
Yeah,
not what I do. I want to thank you for being on the show today. Pretty exciting. And that's what we want to do. We want to feature entrepreneurs on Radio Entrepreneurs, and we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this short break.